but I want a bench trial.
Okay, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value to waive your right to the jury trial?
No.
And you understand that by having a bench trial, the court will be the fact finder?
Yes.
Okay, so the court is going to continue your not guilty plea, set this for a bench trial on July 8th at 9 o'clock. Did you have any questions, sir?
I should have some insurance and registration by then.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, we're going to really work on listening real carefully to the questions, Mr. Davis, and only answering what the court is asking. So I just asked you if you had any questions. You told me about something else. So try to work on that, okay, sir?
Okay. All right, but well, my question should have been, is it best for me to have insurance at that point in time?
I can't tell you that, but
Okay.
you can speak to Mr. Barry after we go off the record on this matter and talk to him. We do have the city attorney here. So
Okay.
if you want to hang around and see if something can be worked out.
Yes. All right. I'd like to try that.
So what do you want to do?
I'd like to talk to the attorney.
And good morning, Your Honor. Tamika Horn appearing on behalf of the City of Detroit. I believe Mr. Davis is going in a breakout room with one of the House counsel here. I just wanted to make him aware of the admissions that he recently made on the record.
He's in it.
Okay.
He's entered his plea.
Okay. Did you want to speak to him, Mr. Barry?
Oh, Your Honor, I don't really see the point. We've entered a plea.
Well, he didn't plead. He just waived. He just set it for a bench trial.
Oh.
It's just that, yeah, it's just set for a bench trial.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just proceed to the bench trial.
Okay.
Okay. You're all set, Mr. Davis. So we'll just see you on July 8th, Mr. Davis.
Okay. That's fine. July 8th.
July 8th at 9. Mr. Dillard, you ready on something?
I need to speak with the honorable clerk.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Zakala, I'm sorry, ma'am. Are you ready on something?
Hello, I'm here on behalf of the defendant.
Yes, and thank you, Ms. Daklala. I believe we need to go into a breakout room.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna put you both in breakout room number 1.
Okay. And Sir Clerk, I did get your message. I'm going to try to do that now. And you said, Sir Court Reporter 12?
1.
One. Okay. Thank you. So
Is Clerk Lewis, is he able to give me a call? I left a chat message for him.
Okay, Mr. Dillard, I'm here on Sinead Royal. That matter that you're concerned about.
Right.
Ticket ending in 388. She owes is a review. Count 1 is a review. She already pled on it. She owes $402, and count 2 and 3 are already closed out. So everything else is on the plea.
Okay, so 2 cases, the 3 up for review, and so So the offer is accurate is what you're saying.
That's correct.
It's just got a whole lot of numbers that weren't, okay. Now, I need to speak with you regarding Mr. Ramsey is set for trial. What officers did not appear?
Officer Lloyd is here on Mr. Ramsey's matter.
Okay, Lloyd is here.
Yes. Lord.
Okay. That's Jason Lord, right?
And he's been here all morning, so.
Okay. And as to the others, they didn't appear. Yanner?
Failed to display on the one with Officer Lloyd.
Right. What's needed is the police reports. Do you have those reports with you, just out of curiosity?
You're asking me, Mr. Dillard?
I'm asking Clerk Lewis at this time, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Give him one moment. Mr. Dillard, why do you need all the reports or any, I mean?
Certain things are being debated, Your Honor, and
If that's the case, it sounds like he wants to set up a trial.
today is the trial date, Your Honor.
This is for Ramsey?
Teron Ramsey, yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, we do have the officer here. Well, all we have is, we have the tickets. That's what we have.
Well, Your Honor, if that ticket could be emailed to me, I'd appreciate it.
Let's see.
The one, the ticket that the officers, she's gonna plead that down to fail to display.
They don't wanna, it look like they don't wanna take the offer. They don't, they don't want the officer, they don't want the offer, is that correct? He doesn't want the offer?
No, Your Honor, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, do you have the police report?
I have the ticket.
Yeah. So I do need that.
Yeah. They'll send it to you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Ticket right here.
Uh,
Which ticket you need?
The one with Jason Lord, Officer Lord. So that'd be the SP 112-08951. As to the other ones,
Do you need to talk with the officer? The
No.
officers here, maybe both of y'all need to go in the breakout room.
well, right now there's some issues over, on some of these tickets. Do you have all the tickets, just out of curiosity? If you do, if you can send them all over to me, I'd appreciate that.
I'm sending all the ones that we have that's from Officer Lloyd. The other matters is from a different officer. You already have those case numbers. And the other one is just an ROA.
Yeah, but if you can have it, there's a lot of time being going back and forth over this, and it's for legitimate reasons that he's raising.
I'll send you everything, Mr. Dillard.
All right, Mr.
I
Berry,
appreciate it.
You ready on anything, Mr. Berry? What about Renee Royal and Robert Dennis?
No, Your Honor, I can't say as I do. I do not have anything. Well, there's Janine Ruffin on my docket.
I think we did her already, I believe.
We only one left is Royal, right? Sinead Royal.
Nate Royal, you've indicated that it's up for review on certain matters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and
On one
so,
ticket, everything is accurate. Everything is accurate on your plea offer. So she's gonna either take it or it's a set for a trial or we go forward. She owes $400 and something on one of those.
is that on this on the 47401? Is that the one that's being or is that the 68421 that's set for 47401? It's cited as a pretrial. You say there's a review hearing. I don't have anything marked down on my docket showing review.
Ticket number ending in 815. I think.
815. I have 815 1 and 2. Is that for review?
Hold on 1 second. Are you looking on the docket? Okay, let me verify the docket. 1 second.
Okay. Why don't I do this? Let me go back in and handle some other matters that may not take quite as much time as.
There is no one else to handle. We only got a couple of people: Ramsey, Royal, and Dennis Robbins.
Okay.
Mr. Berry, can you go in and deal with Mr. Dennis, Robert Dennis?
Robert Dennis.
Robert Dennis. He's the only one left that hadn't talked to nobody, and his offer is improper plates. And that's on count 3, and count 2 is going to be dismissed. Actually, count 2 and count 3 is improper plates, and count 2 and 3 are being dismissed. Okay. Darnell, can you
One more
put this down?
time. Give me the number one more time.
Okay, let me
Robert Dennis.
yeah, Robert Dennis.
2 matters on the docket. License suspended and unregistered.
And we may have to, we can't get him handled. We may have to adjourn this until this afternoon docket.
Which matter is that?
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I gotta laugh.
Go ahead, man, laugh.
I gotta laugh. All right, so Mr. Berry, you going into Roberts court, Dennis Roberts, right?
Would you tell me the deal again?
On Robert, case count 3. Case ending in 720, count 3. Improper plates. We got that?
Got it. Can I be placed?
Everything else dismissed.
Can I be placed with him?
Yes, I'll put you in there.
All right, Mr. Dillard. I'm trying to fact show this information on Ramsey.
Okay, then I'll go back in while I'm waiting on that. I'll go back in and speak with Shanae Royal again.
All right.
Am I the only one, Honorable Clerk, having to log back in over and over again?
No,
That's everybody? Okay, because if it was just my system, okay. Thank you.
Ms. Doc Lala, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And your client is?
Hussein Daklala.
You got it, Doc Lala. We can do Doc Lala. All right, this is the people versus Hussein Daklala, ticket number B110889, count one, legal change of use, legal uses, used auto sales. Good morning, please say your name for the record.
Good morning. This is Megan Daklala appearing on behalf of the defendant.
All right, is your client with you?
No, he isn't.
Okay, wait, he's present. All right, there is an offer, it looks like, a delayed sentence to dismiss upon showing of correct certification of compliance. So how should I proceed, Ms. Daklala?
My client is not willing to admit liability. He's not the owner of the business or the property. So I expressed that to the city attorney or the prosecutor.
Okay, so do you want to set this for a trial?
Yes.
All right. Usually your client I mean, is it a bench trial or a jury trial?
Bench trial.
Okay, usually I would ask him if he understood his right to a jury trial and make sure he hadn't been threatened or forced or promised anything of value to waive his right to a jury trial, but he's not here.
Yeah.
So we will set this for the bench trial on July 8th at 9 o'clock.
Okay. No, thank you.
All right, you're all set.
Thank you again.
Now, Mr. Solero, he's been driving, he's been in the store shopping and can't get.
Is he on
He
one
won't-
of our cases?
He
we don't know
won't,
who he.
Right.
Just remove him, Darnell. I can't even verify who he is, even to give him a new date, so, and he
Right.
don't seem to.
and I sent him several chats to call in and he just,
And I've shared my screen with him also to Zoom in by phone, and he has not done so.
So Ms. Horn, we just set Doc Lala for a bench trial.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. What's the date on the bench trial?
July 8th at 9. Okay. What about Shanae Royal? Because I don't see nobody in there.
Dealer was supposed to be going back in there and
When he
talking.
talking to Teron Rand. What about Robert Dennis? Ain't nobody in there either.
That's Mr. Berry supposed to be talking with him.
Mr. Berry, Mr. Berry, you talked to Mr. Dennis?
I have.
All right,
Mr.
I can bring
Dennis,
him out.
he has the documents. And I need to an email address. Shall I have them email them to you, Ms. Horn?
Is there another way we can do it, a quicker way we can do this, Ms. Horn? You're muted.
You're on mute, Ms. Horn.
Is there any way he can show the documents, or he on phone?
He's on the phone.
My email address, I can put it in the chat.
Okay.
And this is
Can he get to the chat from a phone?
and this is your
Mr. Dennis, do you have a pen and paper with you right now?
Excuse me?
Do you have pen and paper, sir?
I have pen and paper. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can you take a picture of your documentation and send it to this email address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here's the email. H-O-R-N-E, Horn, H-O-R-N-E. Tom, T-O-M.
He's going too fast. I couldn't.
Horn, H-O-R-N-E, Horn. Got that?
H-O-R-N-E.
Right. The next is Tom, T-O-M.
Okay.
All right, you got that? Horn Tom at Detroit MI. .gov. G-O-V.
.gov.
So take a picture quickly and then email it to that email address. You need to read it back to me, make sure you got it.
Okay. I think I got it, man. I think I got it. It said Horn Tom at Detroit, Michigan, Gmail. Detroit MI Gmail.
.gov, not Gmail.
G-O-V. Oh, okay.
G-O-V like Victor.
Okay. I could barely hear you. Okay.
And in the meanwhile, can I go in with Officer Lord? I know he's been here quite some time, like we all have.
Okay, I'll put you both in breakout room number 1.
And Mr. Berry, have you had an opportunity to read Mr. Ramsey's offer from the people?
I have not. I have not. Oh, Mr. Ramsey, Mr. Dillard is counsel on that matter.
And it's my understanding that 2 officers failed to appear.
Only Officer Lord has appeared.
Okay. Okay, I'll go into the breakout room. What breakout room was that again?
I'm breakout room number 1.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
thanks.
Room number.
How you doing? What we looking for?
I'm jumping off these files by date,
Okay,
show causes, but I didn't create a cover sheet. They come in full.
should always create a cover sheet or at least, or get a blank piece of paper and just write it in if you have to.
All right.
Because if they get separated, then, you guys still look file.
I get it.
Or at least write it on there, that's, well, that's good. So, okay,
This is exactly.
yeah, that's the latest. That's that right there. Oh, those are the ones I had brought in there. Okay, good. Figure out.
So the dates that written down, it was like 4 or 5 pieces of clothes.
That's good. So they go downstairs.
And then there was 4 warrants.
Mhm.
And there was 2 dispositions.
Well, the warrants, they already out there, the M warrants, right?
It says warrants, yes.
Yeah, so they're just gonna be down, take all the files.
Okay. And there's 2 dispositions that was raised.
What they said. That's what you did out there.
No,
Okay. But if it's our case, just bring it here, because now look into it, bring it to me. Patrice was, she was looking for some power, all that stuff is. So she,
you would take that up first.
yeah, those are scheduled on like Saturday and Sunday.
I'll just put these by date and I'll take that up.
Okay.
And then those other files I'll take up.
All right, so Mr. Berry, you've spoken to everyone you need to speak with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is Mr. Dillard back?
It's not.
And I'm about to, I'm
I'll
about
bring him
to,
in, no problem, I'll bring him in.
okay.
We need to like move. And I appreciate you, Mr. Berry. You very much helped move, but I feel like now you're not standing still again. Hi, Mr. Dillard.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, as far as Ramsey, are we ready on that?
No, Teron Ramsey, no, I was talking in regards to with Ms. Royal. So if you want to call Royal in, I may ask for an adjournment or to have it set for a trial. Because there's some,
Is this on Ramsey?
yeah, there's some misunderstandings going on.
We're just proceeding on the license, Mr. Dillard. That's it. Whether you had a license or not. That's it. And then we're offering failure to display.
No, this is not Ramsey. This is
No, let's do
Ms.
Royal.
Royal.
I know you said you were ready on Royal. Let's do Royal real quick. This is the People versus Shanae Royal, ticket number P1226842, count 1, drove while license not valid or improper license, count 2, 16 to 20 miles per hour proposed speed. Ticket number P1112315, count 1, driver's license expired. Good morning, please say your name for the record, starting with Attorney Dillard.
Joseph Dillard.
Ms. Royal, say your name.
Shanae Royal.
How's your plan to proceed, Mr. Dillard? There's an offer. Does she want to take that offer?
Your Honor, right now there's some confusion in terms of the different charges that she has.
She wants to do a
And
trial. We can set up a bench trial.
Ms. Royal, is that what you'd like to have done?
You want to set this for a
Well-
bench trial, Ms. Royal?
You said set it for trial?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. You understand you do have the right to a jury trial?
Okay.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value to waive your right to a jury trial?
No.
You understand that by having a bench trial, the court will be the fact finder?
Okay.
All right, so the court is gonna continue your not guilty plea and set this for a bench trial, okay?
Okay.
It's gonna be July 8th at 9 o'clock, and you're all set.
July 8th at 9.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Yana, I'm gonna go back in and see Tehran.
Well, okay, did you hear what Ms. Horn said? It's only if he had a license or not. That's the issue.
Well, there's other issues, Your Honor. That's the problem.
Well,
And
it sounds like it needs to be set for a bench trial.
And Your Honor, now's the date and time set for trial. Our officer, Jason Lord, is here. Only thing I would ask proceeding, if we're gonna go to trial, is that we get a driver's license record. Because the only thing that the people are able to move forward on is case number SP 1120891. Officers did not show for the other 1, 2, 3, 4 counts, and that's Officer Liss and Officer Kakish.
And I'm going to be requesting dismissal of those cases, Your Honor.
That's fine. Here, let's bring him in. Let's do that.
Is it anything else, Mr. Dillard?
Nope, you're all set. You can log out.
Hello?
You're all set.
Anything else in terms of what?
The other ones that were already addressed.
I believe it was indicated that this is probably the last case. Shanae Royal has been adjourned for bench trial, and I think this is the last matter on the docket, correct?
Yes, this is. Ms. Royal, everything is set for a bench trial, ma'am. Everything is set for a bench. So you're all set, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Okay, have a good one.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I would like to address the court, Mr. Robert Dennis. I have not received any documents from him. That was the gentleman that was on the phone.
Mr. Dennis, have you sent anything, sir?
No, I haven't. I can't. I don't know how to do it, ma'am, unless I hang up the phone. That's what I was trying to wait till you guys do that. I'm not used to it.
What is this set for? What's Dennis set for? Did we go on the record already today?
Show cause hearing, Your Honor.
Yeah, show cause. You can, yeah.
All right, Mr. Dennis, we're gonna set your matter for a pretrial, all right? You come back on June 6th at 8:35. What you need to do is figure out how you can send a copy of your documentation to the people, to that email address that you got, okay? And then when you come back on June 6th, hopefully she should already have that, and then we can deal with your matter a little bit quicker, okay?
And that's going to be set for what, Your Honor?
June 6th at 8:35.
Is that going to be for trial, bench trial, or what?
That's gonna be a pre-trial.
Pre-trial, thank you, Your Honor.
So it's just set for a pre-trial, sir. Get your documentation together and send it to that email, okay? You got time.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Any other questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
You are all set. June 6th, 8:35.
June 6th, 8:35. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. This is, we just gonna call this case. This is the People versus Tehran Ramsey. Ticket number SP 1120928, count 1, improper place. Ticket number SP 11208955, count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license. Count 2, equipment violation, proper or unauthorized equipment. And then count 3, violation of basic speed law, drove unsafe manner. Then I think that's it. No, wait, there is a ticket number P 11208955, which is count 1, failed to display. Yeah, all right.
Your Honor, good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Joseph Dillard, P37225, on behalf of Mr. Teron Ramsey.
All right, Ms. Horn.
Good morning, Tamika Horn on behalf of the people of the city of Detroit, P70303.
Your Honor,
Hold on one second, Mr. Dillon. Mr. Ramsey, unmute yourself, state your name, please. You're muted, sir. Unmute yourself, bottom left-hand corner.
Okay.
Say your name.
Teron Ramsey.
All right, and Officer Lord, you want to say your name, sir?
Officer Lord, Detroit Police.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Dillon, before you start, Ms. Horn, there are some matters that officers have not shown up on. Is that correct?
yes, Your Honor, and I'm moving.
Mr. Dillard, I think she was asking me. There are some matters where the people cannot proceed because the officers have failed to appear. Specifically, Your Honor, what I'm showing on the docket, if I may, is case number SP 112098, count 1 and 2, where Officer Devin Liss, LISS, has not appeared. And then ticket SP 118137, count 1 and 2, where Officer Ibrahim Kakish, KAKISH, has not appeared on all those 4 counts, have no officer.
One ending in 895, is that what you said?
That's the one we do have Officer Lord here on. I believe some of those civil infractions, after looking at the register of actions for Mr. Ramsey, are in default. So that's why they're not showing on the docket.
You said the 373, is that what you said?
There's 373, 1 and 2. They're on the docket, but I think some with the speeding violation of the speed law, I don't see that one on the docket.
Okay, so I'm sorry, just which ones are you cannot proceed on again? I got the one ending in 928.
Yep, and 731, 1 and 2. Those are the ones we are unable to proceed on, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your Honor, motion to dismiss those charges set for trial and the officers failed to appear.
Oh, I see. Okay, those are dismissed without prejudice. And then that just leaves us with
Starbucks cabinet goes all
the ticket number ending in 895.
9.
Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would ask that this matter be adjourned for a brief moment so that my client can go ahead and get the information on this case.
Date and time set for trial. Your client's going to ask for a bench trial and he's not prepared.
Your Honor, requesting time to let him have time to prepare himself. Requesting discovery in this particular case. I don't know if that's ever been given. I know today I have received a copy of the ticket for that date.
Ms. Horn, do you have a position? Because he asked for a bench trial. This is the date set for the bench trial. And now he's coming in asking for additional time because he's not prepared.
Your Honor, the people object to an adjournment of today's trial. Our officer is here and has been patiently waiting to proceed. The people are ready to proceed with trial. As I stated, if we are going forward, I will pull Mr. Ramsey's Secretary of State record because the only count that we're moving forward with is operating without a license. And I can identify whether or not he had a license at the date and time of that stop, just by pulling that Secretary of State record.
All right, so are we ready to go?
We're ready, Your Honor. Sir Clerk, would you mind pulling the Secretary of State record on Mr. Teron Ramsey?
Mr. Ramsey, are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, could I have a very brief breakout with my client?
Very brief.
Very brief, Your Honor.
Okay, go back to Mr. Ramsey, go back to room 2.
How do I do that?
You don't see it, where it says you can go back.
Daniel,
I don't see it.
Daniel, can you put them in there?
Yes.
And then, I guess Mr. Berry, I guess you're all, I mean, does he have to hang around?
No, he good.
You're all set, Mr. Berry. Yeah, real brief. I'll give y'all a couple minutes, because you guys talk, and you know what the issue is. Did you have a license or not? So we can do this trial right now. Probably can do the trial faster than y'all have this conversation.
I can appreciate that, Your Honor.
Appreciate it.
Join the breakout room, you guys. Mr. Ramsey and Mr. Diller, breakout room 2.
Yeah, I don't see where I don't have the breakout capability as I'm looking.
Okay, hold on. There you go.
And Sir Clerk, can I have a copy of the ticket?
Which ticket?
The ticket, the 895. Let me see that. The 891 and then 895.
What we lost Officer Lord. When I opened back up the breakout rooms, he disappeared. So I'm just want you to know, Madam Prosecutor, it's not his fault.
Thank you.
Not his fault. Woo! This has been a long day.
Is Mr. Dillard in there?
Yes.
The judge is not here right now. Mr. Dillard, if you may, Mr. Ramsey hasn't had a driver's license since 2005.
Oh, Mr. Lord went back in breakout room 1. Let me take it, bring him out. When I opened up.
Go in the breakout room. It's a waste of time. Oh, mute yourself, Judge. Some waiting.
Hello?
Okay, Mr. Ramsey, hold on.
Okay, let's go.
Our officer dropped off.
Your Honor, I don't know. I was under the impression that this was a a confidential communication between me and my client, and not that it was open.
We don't, you talked. You guys have spoken.
No. What did, I'm sorry, I guess more specifically, did this court hear any of my conversation between me and my client?
No.
Okay, all right, that's my main thing. So, but I had one question I was about to ask him, but
well, ask him on the record.
All right.
You guys ready to go? All right. This is the people versus Teron Ramsey. I think I already called it, but which one are we proceeding on? Is it 895?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You want to make an opening statement? Any pretrial matters before we proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ramsey, did you want to take advantage of the plea offer that was made today?
Yes, it was just a problem because I didn't receive that.
No discussion, sir. Do you want to accept the plea offer?
Yes.
Now that would be dismissal of those other charges as well, that where the officers didn't show.
Yeah, those been dismissed. All it is count one, a ticket number ending in 895, failed to display a valid operator's license. That's the only issue that is up at this moment. So you can go to trial or you can plead. What you want to do, Mr. Ramsey?
I'm gonna take the plea.
Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
So you put your hand down. You've had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Dillard a lot in private about your case and your rights, correct?
Right.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea today?
I have something to say though.
No. I'm asking you. Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No.
Are you pleading of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
See, that's the point. I feel like I never got it.
Sir, you're advised not to discuss anything.
You don't have to do this plea. We can go to trial.
Okay.
So you want to go to trial?
Yes.
Miss, you want to make an opening statement? Ms. Horn? Here, it's right here.
Oh, thank you,
It's
May
right
I
here.
approach?
Here, and I'm sorry, did you take your name for the record, Ms. Horn?
No, Your Honor. Tamika Horn, appearing on behalf of the people of the city of Detroit, P70303.
Joseph Dillard, P37225, on behalf of Mr. Ramsey, Teron Ramsey. Mr. Ramsey, state your name for the record.
Teron Ramsey.
All right. Did you want to make an opening statement, Ms.? I'm sorry. Did you want to make an opening statement?
No, Your Honor. People waive opening statements.
Mr. Dillard, you waive your opening statement.
Your Honor, I reserve opening statement.
Call your first witness, Ms. Moore.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people call Officer Lord.
Good morning.
Officer Lord, can you raise your right hand, sir? You swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you put your hand down. And can you say your name for the record?
Officer Jason Lord, Detroit Police.
Sorry, you may proceed.
Officer Lord, where are you currently employed?
2nd Precinct, Special Operations.
And what department is that considered?
Detroit Police.
Okay. What's your title?
Police officer.
And how long have you been a police officer?
Going on 14 years.
On October 14th, 2020, were you in the area of Strathmore Street and Pilgrim Street?
Yes.
And what caused you to go to that area?
I was just on routine patrol.
And what were your findings?
An individual driving a vehicle with tinted windows at a high rate of speed.
Was that in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And did you issue citations as a result of that stop?
Yes.
And what citations do you recall issuing?
Issued a citation for no license, tinted windows, and violation of basic speed law.
And the reason you issued the failure to display, what were your findings to issue that charge?
The individual didn't have a license to give me.
Have you had an opportunity to review Mr. Ramsey's Secretary of State record?
Today, no, I did not.
Are you able to review them now?
Objection, Your Honor.
What's your objection?
Your Honor, in terms of the relevance of the government's records, if they're certified, they speak for themselves, but him trying to affirm what is in a governmental record or not in a governmental record is not relevant.
Okay, it's the same.
And I'll rephrase, in your routine stops, how do you determine someone does not have a valid driver's license?
Objection, Your Honor. Is asking for activities that are not related to this activity and therefore irrelevant. I believe is, it has nothing, what he normally does has no bearing on what he did.
I think it has some bearing. I'll allow it. I'll give Ms. Horner some leeway.
And Mr. Dillard, the people are just trying to show what duties officers are under as they make or effectuate traffic stops. I'll go another route.
If I may respond to that, Your Honor.
I don't think it's necessary, Mr. Dillard. The court has already ruled that Ms. Horn can proceed with this line of questioning. So Ms. Horn, you can proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Officer Lord, have you been trained to do the duties that you are assigned to do?
Yes.
As a police officer?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and what has your training included?
Also being able to run a Secretary of State, check for vehicles, check IDs in Talon, which is a system we use that shows individuals' information, where they live, their date of birth, if they're a registered driver, if they have a CPL, if the vehicle's registered, if the vehicle's insured, stuff like that.
Do you rely on these records to make your determination at a traffic stop?
Your Honor, objection. Unless there's some evidence, some testimony regarding the reliability of this information, how regular is the updates, I would ask that anything regarding the Talon not be allowed. As again, there's no indication that these records are maintained in a way where they're accurate at the moment that the officer's checking. In terms of what his habits might be, that's what's being looked at now is the Talon system, and there's no foundation being laid at this point. I would ask that it not be allowed at this point, lack of foundation.
Any response, Ms. Horner?
Your Honor, the people are actually referring to these records as business records that are used in the normal course of business and the course of the duties of an officer.
I'll allow it.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Any cross, Mr. Dillard?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. This witness is excused. Any additional witnesses, Ms. Horn?
No additional witnesses from the people. The people would call Mr. Ramsey if he wishes to testify.
Mr. Ramsey?
Your Honor, my client has a right to remain silent. He's exercising that right to remain silent. If he wishes to testify, he will have an opportunity, which would be subject to cross-examination if he so chooses to speak in his case in chief. He's exercising his right to remain silent, Your Honor, at this time.
Okay. Any additional witnesses, Ms.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. You rest at this time?
Yes, the people rest.
Mr. Dillard, any witnesses?
Yana, at this time, if I move for a directed verdict at this time in this particular case, and the directed verdict is based on, it has not been shown that my client committed this crime. There was no identification of my client in this proceeding. The prosecution is rested. I'm making this motion for lack of sufficient evidence. Again, I believe that if there's a crime committed that the individual needs to be identified, that has not occurred.
All right, are you asking to reopen the proof?
No, Your Honor, the people do not object.
Just move forward.
Okay, so your motion's granted, case is dismissed, or this charge is dismissed. The left to you, Mr. Ramsey. We're done.
Thank you, Anna.
Well, what happened now?
Your case is thrown out. It's been dismissed.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right,
Is he free to go, Yana?
it's free to go.
Okay, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's it. We're all set. All right.
Okay. Good job, Mr. Dillard. You're right. I did not identify
I
him.
forgot, and you got catch that. I forgot. I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm glad you brought it up. I always try to be fair and,
That's good.
Well,
after, if we can go off the live stream, I'm gonna tell you